If you're a regular on my channel, this video is probably going to be kind of weird, but let's try to repair a Makita drill. Like I said, I usually make computer repair videos and all that fun jazzy stuff, but this is something that my dad came up with me today, and he has an issue with this drill where like the battery, if you clip it on all the way, it doesn't work, but if you don't have the blade or the battery fully clipped in, then the drill still functions. So there's some sort of issue that's probably fairly easily repairable, and actually it happened on 2 of his drills apparently, which is kind of crazy to happen on 2 of them. Yeah, it's not computer repair, it's a drill repair, but it's still electronics and might be kind of fun to look at from the inside and stuff like that. So if you guys have this issue, then maybe this will help you. Like I said, it happened on 2 of his drills, so apparently it's a pretty common issue. If your drill looks like this and it has, see, I'll go ahead and put up the serial numbers and everything there for you guys. But that is the drill. Probably a little bit on the old side. I don't really know when he got it, but as you can see, the battery does have a charge and it's clipped into place right here. Doesn't work. But then if you unclip it, and if you have the battery about right there or so, then it works. But like, I'll go ahead and keep it running and then I'll push the battery down. Yeah, so some sort of issue with I guess where the leads are for the battery. Gosh, this is going to be really hard to do on camera, but hopefully you guys can maybe see a little bit of something. There's some leads down there where it's probably kind of hard for you guys to see, but I don't know. Maybe I can open this thing up. It just has some Phillips head screws all along this, and it looks like it opens up in 2 pieces. So we'll see what happens. I'm not a drill mechanic, but we'll see what we can do. As you guys can see right there, I took all the screws out of the drill, and I think I might have got it working. So let's go ahead and get my camera adjusted. I don't totally know how to take the whole thing apart, because especially the part where the the drill and motor, where the drill bit is and everything, apart from just the handle, that part needs a little bit more work to get opened up. So not totally sure on how to open that up, but I didn't have to get to that since the little battery connectors are just over here, so you can get this thing open enough, and then basically I just put some like tweezers, or like my little plastic spudgers are kind of like better to do this with, to move the like the battery connector around a little bit. It's kind of hard to show things on camera obviously, but so like you can kind of get in the side there, and where that red and black cable is, if you can see it. Or you can kind of see that little piece of metal that's like shining right there. That's the battery clip, and then there's one on the other side, if you can kind of see it in the shadow there. Basically what I did is I shoved my spudger in here and I just started moving that around a little bit. Basically I just moved them towards each other because I feel like they were just too far apart from being batteries going inside and out of it, pushing both of those leads apart. Because they're kind of just in there by, I mean, if you put a battery in there and take it out many times, eventually those 2 pieces of metal there are going to go apart from each other. So that makes it tough. God damn it, cat, shut up. Okay, now my cat's out of the room so I can actually focus. So what I was doing is, in case you couldn't see earlier, was I basically just got this open enough, and I pushed these metal connectors towards each other. Just by the nature of this design, I feel like it's probably going to be something that you'd have to maybe do again later on, but it's, at least on this part of the housing, it's a little bit easier to get off. And I guess obviously it's if you're going to do this yourself on a Makita drill, I guess you'd most likely want to use plastic because you're dealing with electronics, but there's no battery. I mean, if you take the battery out, which you have to work on this, there's not going to be electricity flowing in there, at least not that much. But still, plastic is always smarter, just so you know. So anyway, it's a pretty simple fix. Just, push those leads back to each other. And whenever I was doing this off camera, it was working. So let's see if we can get this thing working again. So put the battery in there. I'm just going to put it in all the way. And fuck. Alright, and like I said, just by the nature of the design of this, this doesn't work all the time, but the battery's in there fully now and it's working. So I might have to tinker with it a little bit more before I put the screws back in. See, like, it works sometimes, you know. I don't know. Makita, hopefully you guys aren't doing this technique at all. Because, yeah, I can definitely see how, over time, those little two bars would get spread apart and just not give enough contact to the battery. But this works sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't, so. There's a tip on how to fix Makita 6095D, so we'll see if it keeps working. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully it was helpful to some of you out there. Sorry to my regulars that usually don't see stuff about power drills and stuff like that, but you know, we gotta fix what we gotta fix, you know. So there's it running. Yeah, it's working for now, I guess. But like I said, it's pretty intermittent, so it is what it is, I guess. Thank you guys for watching this video. Drop a like on it if you thought it was cool, and I'll see you crazy mofos later. Peace out.